Alrighty, guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Black Clover episode 13. So, last episode was an awesome episode. We had the introduction of the Wizard King, right? Mage Knight's Wizard King. Yeah. I always have to repeat that in my head because for some reason I've gotten Mage King and Wizard Knights as like reverse before. So, but anyways, yeah, the we were interested in him. He's a pretty cool character so far. He's very quirky. Seems like he enjoys just like observing what other wizards are capable of, or maybe just people in general. So that's pretty cool. I like that aspect of him. And then we also got in touch with a bit, and we also had the conclusion to the whole like thief thing with Asta and all that. It was a pretty funny little scene in the beginning. But yeah, and then we got to meet up with who is escorting the guy he defeated during the Magic Knight test, who apparently couldn't become a Magic Knight, which I thought was weird since the guy that Asta beat became a Magic Knight, and I felt like the guy that beat put up a better performance than the guy that Asta beat. But anyway, but yeah, the basically he seems suspicious. I don't think he's genuine at all. I'm pretty sure he's paying people to follow them during this escort mission and just mess with And now they went back to Hage, right? Is where they're from. They met up with Sister Lily and the father again, and all that, and all the kids, and they're having dinner. And I just have a feeling something bad is gonna happen there, but I did think of this in the discussion of last episode. I hope the Wizard King shows up because the Wizard King saw flying through the sky, right? And was like, oh, look, an interesting one or something like that, and then ran off. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens this episode. I really hope the Wizard King, like, shows up and takes, like, Salem down a peg or something like that. But yeah, let's get into it, guys. Alrighty, so like usual, I do timer-based reactions, so you guys need to have the footage yourself. There isn't going to be any footage on screen, and I will have a timer on the screen to help you guys stay synced, and I will also do a countdown for you. So here we go. We are going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. And then also there will be a little image in that corner to help you guys sync up a bit. It won't be long, but just enough so you can get the perfect syncage. Because people watch things in different places, I don't know if that TV Tokyo is at the beginning of, like, if this show is on, like, Hulu or something, or Amazon Prime or something like that. You never know if they take out the TV Tokyo. Sometimes they do that, so that would mess up your sync with the countdown. So I put a little image there, and yeah, I talked over the little recap bit a little. But we see the start of every episode, and we went right into the opening, so it's cool. I kind of prefer going right into the opening because then you don't run into the Wizard King Saw continued. Interesting. I didn't realize that was what the last episode was called, which means we might see the Wizard King again this episode, which makes me hyped. But yeah. Sometimes it stinks getting into the show and you're like, alright, yeah, I'm back in it, and then it's like opening time. And it's like, crap, now I'm out of it again. But no, either way, it's fine, but I sometimes prefer getting the opening out of the way right away. Not that the openings are bad. I love openings in most shows. I actually do love this song too. Do 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 do. Oh, the Wizard King's in the opening. I just saw him. Cool. I try not to analyze these too much. If I really went like frame by frame, I probably could have guessed he was the Wizard King and known beforehand, but I try not to do that. Alright. Potatoes. What an asshole. Oh. Salem better not bang Sister Lily. I know she's a woman of the cloth, but isn't it wonderful? Oh, they're charging with the money. Cool. Oh, they just spent the money on more potatoes. Yeah, I was about to say. That was good to know Yuno sent money too. I figured he probably would, but it only showed Asta that they did, so they confirmed that here too. I forgot that I only assumed. Uh, cool. Patching up the place, digging a well. Hmm. Uh-oh. Competition. It's not really. That's not really a good thing to say. uh, I'll send all of my pay. Oh, the competition of a good rivalry. He's waiting for the thugs to get there. I want to respect that, right? I love that sentiment. The friggin', lords knowing more about the world and everything. I love that, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna lie. Or I'm pretty sure he's lying. This guy. He's good. My body just acted on its own. This guy. We're seeing this. Yep. Yeah, you see Salem's face? You see his little smile? That little cocksucker. That's one of those guys. This fucking scumbag. Yeah. Yuno's got this. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, if it's a battle between people that are proficient with magic, they all should probably stay out. I want to like him, Klaus. I feel like there's aspects of him I like, but there's other aspects I dislike. What? Yuno's not gonna go. Yeah. Interesting way to get on his broom. Don't look so concerned, Salem, you piece of shit. They know his name. Probably because Salem told him it. Ooh, nice. Using the wind to knock some of the rock debris back. That was cool. Hmm. A water wielder. Ah. Yeah. He's only a shadow. He's doing something in there. Huh? Surrounded himself in wind. Cool. And turning it into a tornado. Cool, cool. Wrecked. They're not very good. Looks like there's several. Ice? Is that what that is? Fake footsteps. Uh-oh, one big one. If he's able to avoid the... I feel like whenever bad guys just make a big one like that, it just makes it so much easier to target like that. Why is size the only thing that matters to people? Kind of exactly what I was just saying. I like that. Oh, damn. Two more to go, huh? I guess he counted the footsteps, but are all those footsteps? I mean, it sounded like he could have faked them, but it's probably two more. Sister Lily! Don't you friggin' dare. That's Aston's girl right there. Backstory! Man, I wish I had magic to be able to do stuff like that. I could be so much more lazy than I already am. Ah. Hmm. His magic. I just spit. Apologies. His magic is pretty good. Even without the Grimoire, I wonder if he'll be able to do something without the Grimoire. We saw him use it a decent bit before, I mean, it was only for, like, cutting wood and stuff. I don't know how much he can fight with it, but... Hmm. Oh, someone else. Oh, nice, close one. Granted, he only went because Yuno ran off. I'm really glad. Um, he did show up anyway. Did he? Hmm. He does. You just wanted to ditch her! You hypocrite. Was he just testing? Yeah. Yeah, he figured out that Salem. Yeah. He figured it out. Ah, cool. Oh my god, they used it on Salem. Yeah. I'll get my daddy to hurt you! Friggin' Malfoy. Damn, her magic's pretty good. Supporty kind of stuff, that's pretty cool. They brought him with them in the plant still. Ah. Not because Klaus recognizes that Yuno is capable, only that his leader notices it. I think Klaus is gonna grow on me a bit, but I still like I don't know. Did he say they were gonna leave Sister Lily just to get Yuno to leave so they could do this with Salem? I wonder if that's why. Maybe. I think Klaus is good. Just a little high and mighty sometimes. Alright. Yuno's such a good boy. All of them. Ah, yes! Yeah, Sister Lily, scold him. Yes, ma'am. Oh, close. No idea. What? Oh, jeez. Is he on top of the head? Oh! He was one of them. He replaced him. Ah. Hmm. This guy. Your work is piling up. Reminds me a little bit of like Naruto with like the Hokage and then the assistant to the Hokage always trying to get him to do their work and stuff. So did they still get paid by Salem? Did they get paid ahead of time? Or did they just do all this for nothing? Go ahead, Klaus. Eat it and enjoy it. Yes. Yes. Yeah, Klaus. I bet you that's like pretty nostalgic for Yuno, right? Like he hasn't been gone a super long time, but you know that feeling whenever you go back to someone's cooking who you recognize and you get to eat it and you're just like, nice. He was even watching that one. Oh, Salem confessed to various evil deeds. Interesting. Did they send him in with that plant that made him confess? I can't believe he did that. Uh, at least slightly competent. Oh, close. Especially you know. Interesting. Why? What does he know? Why was there a pause? Yuno's always looking away. Reminds me of like when we were kids and that old thing that people used to do where they say they're telling the truth but then they cross their fingers, behind their back or something, and it really means you're not really telling the truth. What? They lost another star? Oh, no, I'm stupid. Never mind. I'm sorry. No, the Golden Dawn got another star, so that puts them back to 101 away. Okay, never mind. They didn't lose another one. It's that the Golden Dawn gained one. Oh, I thought that was going to be the end of the episode. Wait, what are we doing now? The Wizard King? What is he gonna say? Trouble. Oh, he knows about it. Them work on this mission. Is it gonna be Yuno and Asta together? Oh, cool. And that's the end. Time to watch the ending. Do. Another solid episode. I liked it. Really glad that everyone was smart and everything here. Do. That was some good stuff, man. I'm liking the Lizard King so far. I want to learn more about him though, because I do have I have my healthy skepticism, right? But I don't know. Excuse me, man. Oh. Alright, I think that is the end. Yes, it is. Of episode 13. We are done. So yeah, great episode. Let's see, I guess talking about it from, like, the beginning, you know, there was a small part of me that was like, what if they subvert my expectations and Salem really is, like, a decent dude and he didn't actually, like, cause any of this, you know? Even though I was pretty confident he did, right? Like, but I was so confident that I started to doubt my own confidence, right? And become unconfident, you know? But yeah, as soon as Sister Lily got captured, everybody was running out of the room, and you saw that little shit in the background smile. That's when I knew without a doubt that, you know, he was part of this. Um, but yeah, basically, Sister Lily getting taken. It was a cool little scene. I like seeing Yuno, like, go through the guys one by one. I like to see the different ways that he uses his wind magic, because one thing about wind magic that I see a lot of people do is sometimes they don't utilize it the way I like, where they just do their own little wind attacks, but they never use it to manipulate other objects, you know? Like, like how he broke that rock with the wind and then just launched the rocks at the guy, you know, and how I'm guessing he used the wind to convert the water into a tornado. I don't know if he implemented some of his own water magic in there. I'm not sure if Yuno can even do water magic. I'm not quite sure how magic works in this world. Is it like Avatar The Last Airbender, where some people are born with, like, innate certain, like, you know, like, Yuno can only do wind because he was only born with wind, you know, something like that. Or does he just prefer wind and he can do all of them, you know? I feel like we might have seen Yuno do other magic other than wind before. Or I feel like we've seen someone do magic other than just one type, you know? I think people just have, like, a preference, you know, to what they like, so... But yeah, I mean, that was very cool, you know, the way he utilized the magic. I also love his faith in Klaus, knowing that Klaus is gonna come after him and stuff like that, and how he was like, I'm not the one that's gonna defeat you, and then just kneel down, and Klaus got his attack off. That was a really cool little scene. And obviously, I'm very happy that Sister Lily didn't get taken, sorry, she did get taken, get hurt, I mean. And I'm glad she was the one that got the hit off of Salem that, like, beat him, you know? Or at least, like, pushed him away and made him, you know, fully give up this time. Now, they said that he turned himself in and confessed to all of his crimes. Now, I feel like they didn't use the plant to do that. I feel like he just decided to confess, so... I mean, good on that guy. Like, you know, I hate him still, but I have a little bit more respect for him if he did voluntarily, you know, confess and gonna serve his time and whatnot, you know, and try to be a better person. Like, props to someone who's willing to change after all that. You know, a lot of people are too stubborn to ever do something like that, you know? But, I mean, I don't know. I have to give him a little bit of credit, even though I still hate his guts. But yeah, the Wizard King was really cool too. I like how he was, you know, I was trying to think about through the episode, and I thought about mentioning it a couple times, but I was like, I don't know why I didn't think of one of the bad guys, but I was thinking, like, where is the Wizard King hiding? I figured he could have just been, like, lurking from a distance, you know, and watching. Like, and maybe, like, disguise himself as someone random so people aren't like, isn't it the Wizard King? You know, I don't know how widely known the Wizard King's appearance is in this world, you know? Because they don't have, like, TVs for him to show up on TV or something, unless they have, like, you know, magical telepathic TV kind of thing, I don't know, but... Which I guess they kind of do, because that one dude... like, phones into the Wizard King and contacts him and stuff like that. So maybe they could broadcast the Wizard King's face to, like, everybody, like the world or something, for him to make an announcement or something. I don't know. But either way, I was trying to sit there and figure out. I was like, I don't think the Wizard King would have replaced any of like the kids or Sister Lily or the father. I thought that'd be like too much. They're enjoying a family dinner. He'd be disrupting that. And then for a second I thought about Mimosa. I was like, but then we saw her. I'm pretty sure we saw her flying with Klaus and Yuno when the Wizard King was looking up at them. Um, and I was like, well, that means that the Wizard King would have had to interfere with their group and somehow get Mimosa out of the group so he could fill her shoes. And I was like, no, it's not going to be her. And, I was just running through all these different possibilities, and I for some reason I didn't think of the bad guys, and I was just like, well, I guess I can't figure it out. I guess I'm just going to wait and see. But he ended up replacing one of the bad guys, and I like the little, piece that he threw in that he would have saved Sister Lily had he needed to. I do like that aspect because that shows a little more to his character that he could be just an asshole watching these guys for fun, but no, he does care about people and everything. And which is cool. But on that note, the reason why I'm a little bit reserved on him and not completely on his side is just because, you know, I talked about this a bit before, but we have Asta's motivations where he wants to become the Wizard King in order to. He kind of wants to tear down the hierarchy, right? He kind of wants to, have more equal rights from nobles to peasants, kind of thing. He wants to try to, prevent. Kind of like when those ice people attacked that village and they were just, killing people and they're just, they're peasants, who cares? He wants to change that mentality. Now, I realize that that's probably way harder than it is, and maybe this Wizard King is trying to change that system. It's just way harder than you think it is. And I imagine that's the case, but I also, there's a small part of me that's like, I mean, if he's, this, we don't know how strong the Wizard King is, I guess. By strong, I mean how much influence he has over the world. If the Wizard King says jump, does everybody have to jump? Kind of like that. What does he have command over? Because there's also a normal king, right? I think they mentioned that there's a normal king as well. So I'm curious what the Wizard King has dominion over. Is he just a military power, defend the realm, and then the king handles all the government and the way people are treated? Maybe the Wizard King has no command over the hierarchy system that is in place right now, but I don't know. It was just something that I've always wondered, just thinking about it, because he seems like a good dude. He seems like he's not the kind of person that wants these peasants starving while nobles are rich as hell, and suffering the way they do. So I was just wondering, why hasn't he done anything about it? Is it because there's a small part of him that doesn't care, or is it just harder than I expect, But that's just some of the stuff I've been mulling over when it comes to the Wizard King and stuff like that. But yeah. And then there's also Klaus, which we had a little bit more development on this episode. He told Yuno not to go to help Lily, that they need to get back to escorting Salem, but at that point he must have already had his suspicions on Salem, so I feel like, maybe he explained it and I missed a line or something during that scene where he was explaining everything, but I'm wondering if the reason why he told Yuno not to go was because he knew Yuno wouldn't listen, just because, he's been around Yuno enough to know, and I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't know, why he wouldn't just say, you can go, we'll stay here, or something. Maybe that would have been suspicious to Salem, why are they staying, And they wanted to be able to, do all this stuff to him. I don't know. I'm a little iffy on that, but I do, I am curious, I think there is something that I'm just not thinking of, where Klaus was purposely trying to get Yuno to go, and then he was there to deal with Salem, but Either way, I'm not a big fan of like the high and mighty part of Klaus. Like when he's in his own head, when he's sitting there like looking at the potatoes, and he's like, "Why does a noble such as me have to eat something like this?" Uh, I like a lot of aspects of his character, so I'm starting to see that high and mighty aspect to him just to be a quirk of his character that I think I'll just kind of find funny or just be like, "Oh, Klaus" later on, you know. Which I'm kind of like that already, but I don't know like if it's gonna interfere, if his like noble status, high and mighty attitude is gonna make me like pissed off at him later, but at least for now, I think I'm really liking him as a character. He's a lot of fun, but yeah. And then the very end of the episode, the Wizard King, there was some like emergency that came up, and he said, "I'll send those two, or I'll send them." He said he didn't say those two. I'll send them. So I wonder if it's going to be a joint mission between the Golden Dawn and the Black Bulls, and I wonder if the Wizard King is going to somehow make sure that Asta and Yuno are on a team. Um, or maybe I'm completely wrong and he just means like I'll send the Golden Dawns and he just means like, them being the team of Yuno and all that. But I feel like the way they left that knowing that we think that they're talking about Asta and Yuno. So that'd be kind of cool seeing Asta and Yuno on the same mission working together, you know. I hope their competitive nature doesn't get to each other, and like make it so they don't focus on the mission and they have some mistakes because we see that sometimes where they're too busy competing that they mess up and someone gets hurt or something. But I don't know. Is sometimes like really good about that. Asta, I could see maybe doing all this serious stuff, and then Asta's just like sitting there yelling at him, "Why don't you pay attention to me?" or something. But I don't know. We'll see. Um, but I'm looking forward to that. And then I think really the last thing is we learned that is sending money back, which is pretty cool, but not as much as Asta, which was a very funny scene. It's not really nice that Sister Lily said how much. Like that's kind of like private stuff, even though they're kind of family. Like you never want to like talk about that kind of stuff because then either in this case felt guilty and wanted to send like everything, because I think part of him wanted to top Asta, and then another part of him was like, like maybe I don't love like these guys as much as you or Asta does, and just felt like belittled by Asta a little bit. But I don't know. But yeah, I mean, good stuff. I really enjoyed that scene. I really enjoyed the episode, and I'm really looking forward to a possible joint mission between them. That's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, guys, I think that's really all I have to say for this episode. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed it. And then also, if you want to see the next episode right now, you can do that on my Patreon at patreon.com/Morthadon, or the link is in the description below. And then there's also other things on there, like Patreon shows. Right now I'm going through Soul Eater on there as well, which you can only see on my Patreon until I complete it and stuff. I might be starting another show too, but I don't want to say what show, and I don't want to say what I'm doing because I'm not sure I'm going to do that yet. It's only something I've been mulling over. It's not a voted show, or it's not like replacing anything. It's just an extra thing that I'm kind of in the mood to watch it, but I'm not sure if I really have the time to do another video. But it's something I'm mulling over. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in my future reactions. Bye bye.